Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toby Limasondo for those of you who do not know me, and thank you so much for tuning in. So today I'm going to be sharing a few of my favorite brushes. It's actually going to be a selection of brushes that I'm currently using. I've got quite a lot of brushes, so I tend to rotate through them. So I'm going to show you the ones that I'm using right now and that I'm really loving. So if you want to know what these brushes are, please keep on watching. So here are the brushes. I keep them in this plastic marble effect holder that I got from Clicks from some time ago, and it's just a perfect holder to just keep all of my brushes. I actually only keep my face brushes in here, and then my eye brushes I keep them somewhere else. But yeah, these are all the brushes, so let me go through them. It's quite a lot, so I'm gonna try to breeze through. So I've got 6 brushes to show you, and the first one is this brush from NYX. I believe this one is called the Detailed Concealer Brush. I'm not sure, I'll put the correct name in the description box, but this is the brush that I use to apply my foundation above my brows and just help to clean and shape them up. And it's a really nice brush. I do love how, you know, narrow it is at the top, and it's not very dense, so it really just gets close to that area and just helps to brush out the foundation or concealer. Now this brush has sort of frayed a little bit, if you can see, so I might need to replace it, but it's really been working really well for me. I've had it for quite a long time, and it's a really good brush. NYX has some amazing brushes, and this is one of them. The next brush I want to show you is this one from Ecotools. I think this is called the full eyeshadow brush. As you can see, it's quite wide and very dense as well, so I love it to pack on shadow all over my lid, but I only use it with matte shadows, and it just does a great job to just really apply that shadow on my lid and make sure that it stays. And you can also use the top part to just blend out the crease. But yeah, it's a really nice brush. Ecotools also is a very nice brand, and I have got a few of their brushes, and this is a really good one. The next brush I want to show you is also from NYX, but this one is a blending brush. As you can see, it's quite, you know, it flares out, but it doesn't taper too much at the top, but it just works perfectly to blend out eyeshadow in the crease and just make sure that that is blown up beautifully. I love this brush. It's very soft, and it's got a very beautiful look to it. I love the black handle. Yeah, like I said, NYX has got some really good brushes. The next brush is from Cala, which is a brand that is available at Discam, and this one is just called the eyeshadow brush. This is quite short and very dense, still, you know, soft, not extremely soft, but it is soft. And what I love to use this brush for is to apply shadow right underneath my lower lash line and just really make sure that, you know, it's really buffed out in there. Yeah, it's a very amazing brush. I also like to use it to apply shadow, you know, right on the inner corners of my eyes, because sometimes the blending brush or the other one I showed you from Ecotools, sometimes it doesn't really, or rather the eyeshadow doesn't really stick on the inner part of my eyes when I use those brushes, but this one helps because it's a little bit more dense and it fits right into that corner. But mostly I really love to use it to blend out eyeshadow on my lower lash line. The next brush is one from, what is this brand called? Ubu. I think they have got a full name. It's not just called Ubu, but I can't remember. This one is the number 30, and it's quite a smaller shading brush, and I love to use this one to apply eyeshadow on my brow bone to highlight, or to just further blend out that part of my eyeshadow, but mostly to highlight. It's a perfect brush. It fits, you know, perfectly into that area, and yeah, very, very soft, very, very pretty. I love the gold fossil and the pink bristles. Really, really love this brush as well. Now the last eyeshadow brush I want to show you is this one from Real Techniques. I think this is called the accent brush. So what I love to use this brush for is to apply a highlighting shadow on my inner corner of my eyes. Because it's really small, as you can see, it fits perfectly into that area and really packs on the shadow, and you can, you know, really try to blend it out really nicely. So yeah, Real Techniques is another brand that I really love. I've got a few brushes from them, but this one is one of the best. Now I did get this brush in a set of eye brushes, so it doesn't, you can't buy it on its own, but I'd recommend that eye set. I'll check if it's still online, and I'll list it below as well, so you can see which brush set that is. But yeah, really, really beautiful brush. Love it. Okay, now let's move into brushes that I use for my face, and the first one I want to share is the Real Techniques Face Expert brush. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. I think I should say it's my favorite foundation brush. It's dense, but it's still very, very soft, and it really packs in, or rather blends in, the foundation onto the skin, and it gives a very full coverage. And because of how wide it is there, you can really, you know, blend out your foundation and not take, you know, forever to get that done. And yeah, I've had this brush for I think about 2 years now, so I might need to buy a new one. But yeah, it's still going strong, and I'll completely recommend this brush. I think this is, you know, a star brush from Real Techniques, and they do have a, I think it's called the Expert Concealer brush, I'm not sure, but it's exactly the same brush but in a smaller version to blend out your concealer. But yeah, if anything, you know, you can go ahead and pick this one up, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. A lot of people love this brush, me included. The next brush, which I love so much, is this concealer brush from Ecotools. How beautiful is that? Now this is quite a small brush, as you can see, and it has an angle to it as well, which is perfect because it just sits, you know, perfectly underneath the eye and really gets really close onto that lower lash line, and it blends concealer like a dream. I know it's quite small, but it really gets the job done quite quickly, and it's dense, but again very, very soft. It won't really irritate your skin when you use it. So I've been using this brush ever since I got it, and it's really, really, really good. Now I want to show you two powder brushes that I've been using. The first one is the deluxe powder brush from Cala. That's how it looks like. It's a very, very big powder brush, as you can see. It flares out quite a lot. It's quite dense as well, but extremely soft. I keep on saying the same thing, but that's really what I look for in brushes. And this one does an amazing job at applying your setting powder and buffing it in. What I like to do is to press the powder like this instead of, going like, I might just use this motion at the end, but when I apply it initially, I like to gently press it onto the skin. And it's such a beautiful brush, very soft and very affordable as well. All of these brushes are affordable and they are absolutely amazing. The next brush is from the Body Shop. Very, very gorgeous brush. This one is called the highlighter brush, but I would not use this brush to highlight because it's quite big, as you can see. I can't imagine myself using it to apply highlighter. So I love to use this brush to apply my setting powder underneath my eyes. Before I go ahead and bake, I like to just take a small amount of the powder and just press it in. And also after I bake, I take this brush and just wipe off the excess powder, and it's very, very soft. Such a gorgeous brush from the Body Shop. Really, really beautiful packaging, and yeah, one of my favorite brushes. The next brush is from Cala as well. This is called the Angled Contour Brush. That's how it looks like. And I love to use this brush to apply bronzer then contour because it's quite wide, so it does a great job at really just applying and blending out my contour. And it's very, very, very effective at that. I love the fact that it's angled. It really fits into that area really beautifully. It's one of my favorite brushes. Cala is one of my favorite brush brands. It's available at Discam, like I said, and this is a really, really good brush to apply your bronzer. I don't like it for contour because it's a little bit too wide for that, but for bronzer, like I said, perfection. The next brush is from Ecotools again, and this one is, I think it's called the Precision Blush Brush. And that's how it looks like. It's quite a dense brush. You would imagine that it would be used for powder as well. I guess you can use it for that as well. You can always use different brushes for different things. Like I said, that brush from the Body Shop is intended to be used as a highlighting brush, but I use it as a setting brush, so you can decide what works for you. But this brush is perfect at applying blush and to really blend it out really nicely. It's dense but soft. Again, really, really, really love this brush, and the design of it is really gorgeous. You don't need to buy brushes that are the way a brush looks is not the only important thing, but if it looks beautiful, then it doesn't hurt. So I really do appreciate when brands put effort into their brushes and they are effective and also really aesthetically pleasing. Now we're down to the last two brushes, and the first one is a highlighting brush from Morphe. This one is the M501 Morphe brush, and it's used to highlight. As you can see, the shape of it really lends itself to being a great highlighting brush. Now, this brush I got from Muse Beauty. As you know, we don't have Morphe products, readily available in the country, but Muse Beauty does stock quite a lot actually, of brushes from Morphe. And yeah, when I saw this one, I just had to pick it up, and it really blends out highlighter so beautifully. Now, it does shed quite a lot. When I use it, I do find a few hairs on my face, and when I wash it, I do find that some of the hairs come out, but it's still a really great brush. It's very soft. It doesn't scratch your skin when you are applying your highlighter. So yeah, I don't have a lot of, well, this is actually the only brush from Morphe that I have, but I think it's one of the best brushes that I have. just, you know, judging from the fact that I've seen a lot of people using this brush here on YouTube. So now the very last brush that I want to show you is this angled eyeshadow brush from Cala. I've got quite a lot of brushes from Cala, but for good reason. They're really amazing. So this is quite a narrow brush. It's quite difficult to show brushes on camera, but this is quite a narrow brush, and it's also angled. Now this is an eyeshadow brush, but I only use it to contour my nose because it just fits so beautifully onto this area, and it's really soft, and it blends out the product really well. Well, I use it with powder product, I don't use it with cream products, and it just really blends out my contour beautifully. I really love this brush. I don't know how you would use it on the eyes, maybe in the outer corner, I don't know. It's quite an awkward shape for an eyeshadow brush, but for nose contour, really good. Okay guys, those are all of my current favorite brushes that I'm really loving to give me a full face of makeup, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe you might want to pick up a few of these brushes for yourself. And yeah, I do hope I wasn't speaking too fast. I do tend to do that, so if I did, I'm really sorry. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Please comment below, please like the video, and please make sure that your notification bell is turned on so you can see more videos from me whenever I do upload them. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.